Hello everyone and welcome back to Starbound. I'm Underscore and I've done a little bit of work off camera. I thought I was gonna have to do a lot of grinding for some things, so it's mostly just killing monsters to get pixels in order to make anything. So that's what I have been doing. I've also been feeding a lot of ore to this thing because it's difficult to kill enough monsters to get the things that you need. But in the meantime, I have made myself a gold drill, which is just the next tier above the copper drill that I was using before. And I also crafted some of the other things, just so we could start to talk about some more stuff that's craftable once you get to this level. And you'll see a bunch of little things around the place. I bought a bunch of stuff out of the wiring station, made some of these laser diodes and circuit boards, and I did make the wiring tool just so I could show a little bit of how that appears to work. I'm certainly not an expert, but everything seems to have an input and an output for the most part. Buttons only have outputs. This bulb up here only has an input. So like with the wiring tool, if I click on an output and I drag to an input, oh, that feeds back to itself. You can make things blink. And if I'm not sure why you would want to make your lights blink, but you can do that. I wish you could wire it up to these lamps, but that doesn't seem to be an option. You can do things like make the door open and close if I can get this wired. It doesn't want to go through for some reason. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, I can make the door very annoying if we want to do that. Or more practically, if you want to create a button to activate things, you can do that. So I don't know if that's any easier than just clicking on the door in this case, but yep. So that is the wiring setup for this game. There's a bunch of logic gates and stuff that you can get, so I'm sure someone with logic experience could make like a whole computer or something modeled in this game with the logic gates and things. But yeah, I don't have enough room on this ship to do something like that. So the other thing that I made was this paint gun. I forget which thing you craft that in. I don't remember. But anyway, you need a bunch of dye and some pixels and titanium plate, maybe. But anyway, you change the color with a right click, and the beam that it shoots out is like the matter manipulator beam, so you can always tell what color you're dealing with. I painted this room blue over here so you can see kind of what it does, but it's got the same kind of area of effect that the pick. It's like a 3x3 area that it paints, and then you switch colors with a right click, and it does have a lot more color options than the amount of dyes that you put into it, so you can do a bunch of different things with it. And then after a while, you'll cycle back around to no beam at all, which would just remove any colors that you've painted on to things. And right now I think that it's only working on backgrounds. Yeah, it's only working on the backgrounds, so you can't like make an object and paint it, and apparently you can't paint anything in front of your ship either. So The other thing I did was I made the full set of lake armor, which is the upgrade on... I forget. What is it? I think it's... you just build it. I don't think you need to make anything for it. Yeah, you just need a bunch of Durasteel, and you can make that in the robotic crafting table, so I've done that as well. And mostly I'm just trying to get my drill upgraded at this point. So I've been still trying to find pixels and things. It looks like the diamond drill requires a lot more diamonds than the pick did. So, but I need to... I think the next step is a platinum drill. Yeah, so I need 3200 pixels just to get a platinum drill. So I've been feeding a lot of pixels to this, or a lot of ores to this, in order to get the pixels that I need. The monsters just don't drop enough. They'll occasionally drop like 100 pixels or 120 pixels in this sector, but it's not consistent. Sometimes you'll get monsters that only drop 10, so it cannot be relied upon that you'll get a lot of pixels from killing monsters. Okay. Oh, the other thing I got, I forgot about this. I made the grappling hook. Which is much like a climbing rope, except that it is reusable. I need to do bandage. I should unequip this paint gun. I wonder if I can paint. Can I paint the dirt? I guess only if it's a background. But the gold drill is pretty fast. And with the grappling hook, it should be a lot easier to do caving now. Because we can just dig straight down, and then as we need to get back up, we can just use our grappling hook to get back up. The only thing is, it does, the longer you hang there, it eats up energy off your energy bar. So you need to be cautious with it so that you don't get dropped to your death. Are you hostile? No. Oh, you are. See if we can use the grappling hook here. And it stays attached sometimes, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, I guess you just click again to get rid of it. But it doesn't attach to trees, so on the surface it's not terribly useful. Can you hit a monster with it? No. Pixels. Oh. And yeah, see, he dropped no pixels at all, so not consistent. And this is, I think, a different planet than I was on before. In the interest of trying to get more projectile weapons, I'm thinking what I need to do is travel between planets more often. Oh, I made a bone block. And that's the noise it makes when you walk on it. Because this steel bow that I have is not cutting it these days, so I'd like to find a projectile weapon. So I want to travel more between the different planets and try and find a shop I don't know how many quadrants there are, if I should be expecting to find like an arms dealer at this point, but almost all of the shops that I've seen are melee weapons only, so... Well, it was a bit hard to see the bone, this single bone block that I had placed before, so here's a bunch of them, and it's easy to see the skulls and the different bones in here now. I'm mining down, and I found an area that is made of flesh and bone within the planet, and it is fairly extensive. I've been down here for a little while. I'm not sure if this is the replacement for the tar layer on this planet. The flesh blocks are fairly easy to mine, but the bone blocks probably, I would guess, take about as long to mine as cobblestone. So they're a bit more difficult, but nothing has presented too large of a problem so far. Can't remember if those are hostile or not. I keep having this problem. Not hostile. That one's hostile. I'm gonna have to kill them both as a result. There we go. That went pretty well. Get the pixels. But there are quite a lot of ores down here, so I'm trying to pick up the silver and the gold and stuff so I can make those into pixels. Is that silver or titanium? I also actually did run out of titanium in trying to make the Dura steel. I ran out, so wherever I find titanium. It's interesting also that titanium is one of the few ores that you cannot put in the refinery and get pixels back. I'm not sure if that will continue to be true throughout the beta, but right now you can't turn it into pixels, so... I'm picking up copper again as well now because the wiring stuff, the circuit boards that are required for the wiring requires copper. So you need copper again. After you get that, there's more of this soft brick. Wish I knew how to make that. Oh, here's these little houses again. Odd. Well, they have pixels in them, so it works out. Let's dig down over here. Oh, here's titanium. I'm also collecting as much coal as I can because if I'm going to travel more often, I need fuel. And coal seems to be the only fuel that spaceships run on, so... I guess they can run on wood, but it's not as efficient anyway, so... There's a little bit more coal. Silver. I also recently read that... the developers have stated that there will be no further character resets after the next update, which to me suggests that the next update will be another character reset. So it's a little more impacting this time because I've gotten quite a bit farther this time than I did the last time. But hopefully now that we have this experience, it won't take us very long to get back to this level if they do reset again. Alright, so we have safely returned with 2800 pixels, and I took another 400 out of the refinery. So we have the 3200 pixels necessary to make the platinum drill, which is great because I have used up the entire gold drill. Which actually didn't take very long, so these drills do not last very long. Oh, by the way, there's the recipe for the grappling hook. It's Durasteel and some climbing rope, and not very many pixels, so that's not too bad to make. Making the platinum drill, the next step would be the diamond drill, which requires 6400 pixels, and I do not have that yet. I did get quite a bit more titanium. I'm going to refine up these diamonds as well. But that should do it for this episode. Hopefully they don't reset before the next time. Otherwise there's going to be a lot of grinding to do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.